Hey, what's up to all of my Virgos out there? So 2,600 views. Wow, Virgo. I didn't even know y'all had it in you. Really appreciate it. So I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle up these cards. Let's get into your reading. Okay. So, oh yeah, by the way, if you'd like to contact me for personal reading or anything else that I have, because I have a plethora of different things, right? I got a couple of courses. I have a course where I can teach you how to read your own birth chart. I can read your birth chart for you, right? If you want one specific thing, we can kind of dive into that. Everything pretty much is same day, right? So whatever it is that you paid for, you're pretty much going to get it the same day, right? Or I like to get it done the same day. I also have a course where I can break down the dating arena for you. The dating arena is not what most people think it is. Most people on YouTube, right, who's super into dating, they're not even scratching the oh my gosh, they're not even scratching the surface of what it actually is. Most people don't even realize that they're supposed to be dating on a level of they're supposed to be dating on a level of peerage. Peerage just basically means that you're dating on your level of peership, right? The word peerage is spelled Peera G-A. G-E, right? So peer age. So like when you say someone and you are peers, right? So this is where the term water seeks its own level comes from. It's not necessarily meant as an insult. What it is that it's a level. What it is that this is a reality of it. It represents peerage. Now, peerage can be represented in two ways, right? Peerage can be represented as character peerage or financial peerage. What most people are characterizing dating on nowadays is shallow peerage, right? Or financial peerage. How tall a person is, how handsome they are, how attractive they are, how much, how strikingly beautiful or handsome a person is, how much cash flow they're making. This is all financial or social peerage, right? I wouldn't even call that financial peerage because it's broken down in different layers. But character peerage is what most people completely lack, and they act as if they don't see. Character does play a part in who gets with whom, because a person can have the world financially, but they stink character-wise. But does that make them noble birth? No, it doesn't. It makes them financially noble, and I'm gonna go ahead and break down how in the course. But the course is $100 because it's set up to where you're gonna get a couple of videos that's going to explain it, okay, break it down for you so that you have a better understanding. And anyone can take this course, right? Anybody can get it. All it is you need to do is pay, and I'll go ahead and send those videos to you, all right? And if you have any kind of legitimate questions, not just trying to speak to me just to, run up the time and stuff like this, but if you have any serious questions that you really want to ask, I'll be here to answer them for you, just to kind of fill in the blanks. But you'll get the meat and potatoes of it through the actual videos because I break it down. So the cards that I come up with for the Virgos are the Queen of Cups, the Justice, the Six of Cups. Wow, somebody wants to come back. The Four of Coins, the Knight of Swords, Two of Cups, the Star, the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Spears, Ace of Cups, Two of Pentacles, King of Spears, the Judgment, the Five of Swords, and last but not least, you have the Five of Spears. So The Queen of Cups represents you. Justice represents you. Things are going pretty well. A lot of people are starting to get what it is that they deserve based upon their level of peerage, their level of character, right? Not just financial, but character level. And it's hitting a lot of people, and they don't necessarily like it. So the Six of Cups represents how you have a lot of people who want to come and talk to you again, and you know, reach out to you again, and like, you know, like as if the two of y'all are like buddies, or two of y'all are like really still close when the two of y'all are not. So the Four of Pentacles represents you. The Four of Pentacles is about you Virgos being doubtful. Like, why is it that I would even help you in the first place when you're a jerk, or you were a jerk? And then the thing is that the Knight of Swords represents this person playing like, you know, at first, like, you know, they're upset at you, when in actuality, the Two of Cups represents how they eventually kind of melt a little bit and let you know that the two of y'all were a good match, and, you know, they was really tripping and stuff like this, right? But the thing is that the Star card represents how you have a situation, you have a situation in which you essentially have a situation in which what's really going on is that they see your light, you know what I mean? They see that you've got something going on, but the Eight of Swords represents you're not necessarily sure that you should really hang out with them again, because you still remember the kind of how it is that they treated you, right? Their level of character is low. See, a lot of the times people, they spend so much time worrying about finances, they're not paying attention to the character. And in the course, I would explain why is that. But a glimpse of it is that character, if a person has high levels of character, that dictates everything else about a person. If a person has high character, then somewhere along the line, it means that the person is financially rich. It means that the person is athletic and stuff like this. These are all different traits of character. But I'm not going to go ahead and break it down here. You have to get the course. So the Knight of Spears, right? The Knight of Spears, right, represents. Oh yeah, by the way, it's going to be called essentially the game course or something like this, right? Where I basically break it down. So the Knight of Spears represents how this person, the Knight of Spears and the Ace of Cups represents how this person really wants to get back together with you. And they know that you're giving them a hard time. But the Two of Pentacles represents how, but they really want to be with you again. But the Knight of Spears, the King of Spears represents you don't necessarily know if the two of y'all are going to work out. The Judgment is that you're, you know, a lot of you Virgos are going to be like, nah, because they were more problems than what they're worth. And they were a jerk to you, you know. They were a jerk, you know. They were cruel. And the thing is that the Five of Swords represents how, you know, you were surrounded by enemies being around them, or you're gonna even tell them that, you know. You may even tell them that, or this may be something that you just say no to, but it's something that you will hold on the inside. But it's something that you've got going on with you, where to you, whether it is that you share this with them or not, you were surrounded by enemies when you were hanging around this person, right? This person wasn't a friend. This person wasn't really in your corner. You were in hostile territory. And then things that the Five of Wands, Spears, same thing. The Five of Wands or Spears is about the two of y'all had so many fights to the point where you wondered, with people like this, why is it that you even got, why is it that you know what I'm saying? Why is it that you even got with them anyway, when they are essentially an enemy on friendly ground when it came to you? So let's clarify the Six of Cups. So you have the Seven of Wands, the World, and you have the Three of Cups. yeah, some sort of reconciliation. You know what I mean? But the Seven of Wands, okay, the Seven of Wands right here represents how, even if that's the case, these people, they still have to deal with their own internal baggage that they've got going on, and that's what it is that I'm talking about. Because I know personally, I can relate to this on a personal level, where so many of the people who I've dated, they have low level character, right? Regardless of whether or not how much money they made, right? That's irrelevant. Their character was low, you know, you know. Your character, my character was high. I was trying to do the right thing, right? As much as I could, I was trying to do the just thing, right? The fair thing. And they was just trying to be manipulative, ruthless, cruel. And again, I'm not trying to sit here and make it seem as if I'm an angel. But the point that I'm trying to make here is, generally speaking, I always try to do the right, just thing, generally speaking. So I know how that feels, right? And I'm a Virgo myself. And the thing is that the world represents how you, like I said, usually a lot of times people don't really seem to understand what it is that they had, because they're suffering from low levels of character, to the point where they don't really have an understanding because they have low character. So their levels of enlightenment is not very high for them to be able to understand they've got a winner. They have someone that has character, and they're upwardly mobile because of it. So not only does this person has dignity and honor and fairness and self-respect and respect for you, but this person is on the up and up financially as well, being an aristocrat. And most people don't even know what being an aristocrat actually is by definition. I teach all of this stuff in the course. Come get it. My email address as well as the prices are in the description box. Same day, everything. So they don't really seem to understand what it is that they had until they lost it. And that's due to a level of character that they did not grasp or attain until you Virgos decided to leave, or you kept your distance. And see, the thing is that let's clarify the judgment. The judgment, the Six of Swords, the Hierophant, the Ace of Swords. So you're keeping yourself protected based upon judging these people fairly. And the Seven of Swords represents how, they may be on some con artistry type stuff, or trying to run away from their own emotional baggage. And then the things that the Hierophant represents, you see this, you Virgo see this about this person. And the Ace of Swords, I'm using the Dragon Tarot to clarify, but the Ace of Swords represents you not being tolerant of it. So they have to really calm themselves down with that type of stuff, because ultimately they're going to have to really learn to relax. You know what I mean? They're doing a little bit too much smothering of you, especially since the two, you don't owe them anything. And the thing is that the Ace of Swords is, the Ace of Swords is that they're gonna try to cut through straight to the nonsense and be straightforward with you from now on. But can you really trust them? So, like I said, Virgo, I understand what it's like to be in that kind of that was the reading, but I understand what it is it's like to be in that disposition, because most people lack character, you know what I mean? Because of their own emotional baggage that they've got going on. They spend so much time trying to insult you, or they spend so much time being on the offensive, instead of being defensive. They spend so much time really being on the offensive. They end up hurting other people due to a lot of the boneheaded decisions that they end up making, because their ego is involved. You know, oftentimes when I talk to people, you know, they get all upset when a person may lie to them and tell them, you know, may lie to them or make it seem as if, right, trick them or make it seem as if they really liked them when they wanted bedroom fun with them. And too often times I have to ask the people who I'm speaking to who tries to make that sort of crutch. Do you have an STD? Did you get someone pregnant, or are you pregnant? And when the answers to both of those questions, right, comes back no, my answer is then you should just move on. What's really causing you the damage here? And what a lot of the times people don't really seem to understand is they themselves are the ones that's causing the damage, because in all intents and purposes, they're not in pain. You know, does it suck that the person lied to you? Absolutely. But when you're really paying attention to it, there's no real damage that was actually done as far as ruining your life. This person was underhanded, and was this person wrong? Yes. This person should have been more straightforward. But due to the clumsiness, a lot of the times people take this type of stuff and they internalize it, and they go out and they end up hurting other people because of it. But what they don't pay attention to is their own value and level of character stoops lower and lower and lower. So if you want to have high levels of character and you have an open mind and you really want to learn how to start dating, now you have a course to be able to do so. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Shout outs to everybody out here, right? Really pushing the line. I guess we could clarify one more card, right? Let's clarify the Five of Spears, right? No, matter of fact, let's clarify the Ace of Cups. They say that they love you so much. Let's clarify that, right? So to clarify the Ace of Cups, you have the Ten of Swords, the Two of Cups, the Page of Cups. They think that you won't give this thing a try. The Page of Cups, they think you won't give this thing a try because you're paranoid about if they're going to try to hurt you again. The Two of Cups, when they're not necessarily planning on it. And the Ten of Swords, they know that they've betrayed you, and they know that they wasn't necessarily the best representative of dignity, and that they really want to do better by you. But there's always that chance. And the question is, does the Virgos really want to take that chance? Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Peace.